have to listen.
What would you have me
What's
do
the
then?
meaning of this
Nothing?
interruption? Jarl
My
Balgruuf
lord,
is not
please.
receiving
This
visitors.
is no time for rash action. I just think we need more information.
Well, that explains why the guards let you
I
in.
just...
Come on then. The Jarl
Who's
will
this,
want to
then?
speak to you personally.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's
One
in the most
moment.
immediate danger. If
The
that
Jarl of
dragon is
Valkyrie
lurking in the
will
mountains...
view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should
Enough!
not...
Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me,
Well
I'll
done.
return to my duties.
You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
I've got your back.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords. Perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources. Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords. Oh no, many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgruuf's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be. I'll put it simply so you'll understand. I advise the Jarl in matters of magic. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day.
This is a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons, we need it. Quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgruf. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Greymane or Battleborn? Then I say, well met, friend. I could tell you were a sharp one the moment I laid eyes on you. More bad blood between the houses. Fralya is convinced our family is somehow at fault for the loss of their son. There's no reasoning with these people anymore. Long live the Empire.
The security in Whiterun is terrible. Shameful is what it is.
Hi there.
Well met, kinsman. Well met, kinsman. What brings you to Whiterun? Truly? By sure, this city could use more like you. Best head up to Dragon's Reach then, and see the Jarl. He's Lord of Whiterun, and can set you on the path. Aye, that I do. Half all my life. We Battleborns have been here since the beginning, along with the Greymaids. Our family's been closest kin for generations, but Ulfric Stormcloak's uprising has divided us. Now, it seems we can scarce look at each other without coming to blows. Petty, foolish that. They are saying dragons have returned to Skyrim. Now that's a real problem. Ain't sure if they're taking on new members, but you should talk to the companions. They're over in their hall. Jorbasker. If by work, you mean testing your steel in bloody battle. Ah, the most important question of all, that one. You'll want the bannered mare. See old Hulda. She'll keep you swimming in mead. But mind the bard, Mikael. Poncy little milk drinker, that one. Ah, man gives bards a bad name. We Nords have a long history as warrior poets. I am proud to count myself among them. But Mikael, he sings only for gold and the affections of wenches. He dishonors our traditions. May your sword be sharp, and your tongue sharper.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. Be ready.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere. I enjoyed it. What can I get you?
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red.
Take a look.
Came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. How are we doing over here? I'll show you to your room, right this way.
I've got your back.
But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red,
If it's
when he
work
met
you're
the
looking
shield
for,
maiden Matilda, who
Hulda's the one to
said,
talk to.
"Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all
Yeah.
your mead. Now I think it's high time that you lie
Adrian,
down
at her
and
forge, just outside.
So then came clashing
Place
and
is named
slashing
after her.
steel as the
War
brave lass
Maidens.
Matilda
It's a
charged
childhood
down the
nickname
seal.
given by her father. What I hear, she was playing with swords even back then. Anyway, our wares are strong and the price is fair. What else matters? We'll have to have a pint together sometime, you and me.
Oh, did you need something? What can I do for you?
I work for Bellathor at the general goods store.
If it's work you're looking for? If you need more food? Depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry? Both. Now please, no more questions.
security in Whiterun is terrible.
Savior.
Shameful
Yes,
is what
Mum?
it is. The guards in this city are all lazy and undisciplined. Things need to change.
The Jarl has finally agreed to send you back to Riverwood.
Yes, Housecarl. We'll leave immediately.
It's just us against the dragon? Is that it?
I can't afford to send anyone else, and we don't know where the dragon is. Your main job will be to keep an eye out and get the people to safety if the town is attacked. I don't expect the three of you to fight off the dragon by yourselves, but I do expect you to do your duty.
We'll keep Riverwood safe. You can count on it. Let's move out. Time to waste.
I've got your back.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
Tidings. You have questions?
Staying safe, I hope?
Take a look.
Takes a fair bit of strength to carry a greatsword like that. But can you use it?
This one needs something.
Take a look. All right, then.
Keep walking, soft gut. I'm more woman than... And why not? I could beat anyone in this city, barehanded. 100 gold says I knock your hide to the ground. Why don't you come back when you actually have 100 gold? Good. Chat time's over.
Still here. I'm right behind you.
I got no quarrel with you, but I won't turn one down, neither.
All I can think about is my son, my Thord. They say that he was killed, but I know.
Got a lot of steel to shape. Gods be praised. Why? Who says I have to be? Skyforged steel is my art and honor. The companions need the best, so they come to me. Mm-hmm.
Brigands I can handle. With this talk of dragons, the world gone mad, I'd say.
Another wanderer, here to lick my father's boots. Good job.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward. The Jarl is... from Adrian? Ah, this must be that weapon for the Jarl. Poor girl. So eager to prove herself. I'll present it to Balgruuf when his mood is... agreeable. Thank you. Please, take these few coins for services rendered. Ah, splendid. Our fine city has a proud history, and I'm happy to share what I know. The history of Whiterun begins with your Vasker, the Hall of the Companions. For a long time, it was the only building on the mountain. As time passed, a thriving community sprang up around your Vasker, as was common with mead halls. Today, Whiterun is the jewel of Skyrim. I can say without boast that it is the greatest city in all the holds. That is an old tale, but well known to those of us who serve in the keep. Long ago, there lived a mighty hero of the Nords, Olaf One-Eye. Olaf did battle with a fearsome dragon named Numenex. The struggle between Olaf and the dragon culminated in a mighty duel atop Mount Anthor, with Olaf the victor. Olaf returned in triumph to Whiterun. By his decree, the city's keep was rebuilt as a prison for Numenex. And so, from that time until this, our great keep has been called Dragon's Reach. Well, there are 3 of them, arranged in 3 tiers, as you may have noticed. The Plains District is so named because it's the closest of the 3 to the plains that surround the city. The inn and marketplace are found there. Most of the city's residents live in the Wind District, which is the middle of the 3. Dragon's Reach occupies the highest, which we call the Cloud District. From here, the Jarl can see all that goes on within his city. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.